Shout out to all you guys. Little technical difficulties. Don't know why it cut us off. It must didn't like the fuck that I slapped myself, and I'm not gonna do that shit again. So if you missed it, tough titties. If you didn't, we back, and we were just about to talk about the first game of the day. So shout out to you guys. Smash the like if you guys haven't, and go on over to prizepicks. Use promo code PubSports. Why? First promo code up to $100. They got you. So use that promo code. And yeah, it's Tuesday. Tuesday's been good. So let's get to the fucking bacon, as my homie KP would say. So yes, first game of the day we're going to talk about is the Seattle Mariners at the San Diego Padres. And I'm trying to find this link now up so I can pull up the chat. I can't find it. So as soon as I see it, I will be I might just have to skip it. So let's just talk baseball. I can't see the chat. Let's go. Logan Gilbert versus Mike Clevinger. Logan Gilbert is 9-3 with a 2.66 ERA and 16 starts. Home road splits are the same. He has gone 6+ innings in 7 of 8 games 7 out of his last 8 games, and has only played 2 games versus the National League in his whole career, and that was last year. That was him getting his feet wet. We now got him this year where he's been nothing other than an ace. Well, how are the Padres over the last 15 days? They're walking 8.3% of the time, 13th in the league, striking out middle of the pack, 22.4. They are 23rd average and 25th OPS with a 2.22 average and a 6.60 OPS. Isolated power of a 146. They put Gilbert's K prop at 6+ at a +116. PrizePicks has him at a 5 at -152, and his fantasy scores of 33.5. Anybody looking to bet the 5 today? I do endorse the 5. Am I on it? No, but I just have I just have to take a little bit of kickback and break and only bet so much after giving up a small fortune over the past weekend. So let's not do that ever fucking again, Mr. Sharpie. And let's get back on track. If you are looking at it, I don't hate it. They are giving us a taco on them today at 3.5. And they'll allow you to bet up to $25 on that taco. So go smash that taco. Sometimes tacos aren't fucking free money. And if you follow PrizePicks, you get it. So definitely a good taco worth some good money. So can't find the damn show at all. So we're going to talk about Mike Clevinger. 2-0 with a 2.79 ERA in 7 games. He has not allowed more than 2 earned runs in his last 6 starts. Not going past 5 innings until his last starts, where he went 6 innings, 1 hit with 0 earned runs. He did have 6 strikeouts in that game. And it was versus a Diamondback team who doesn't really hit the ball, but it was a back-to-back. And you've got to respect a back-to-back at the end of the day. So he's been solid all year long, and I expect the same. He's going up against a team who is walking 7th in the league at a 9.4%. They're striking out 23.9%, which is 10th in the league, and they're not fucking hitting the ball. 211 average with a 671 OPS and a 162 ISO. That's 27th and 26th average OPS over the last 15 days. And Mike Clevinger has been fucking solid over the last fucking 5 weeks. His very first game from coming back from injury, he got tagged a little bit. Since then, the dude's been nothing but fucking money. So I got to expect Clevinger to go out and deal, and I think Gilbert is right along the track. And I know this number is low for the under, but I expect this to get cruising. Both bullpens are top 7 over the last 30 days, where the Mariners pin is 3rd with a 2.84, and the Padres pin is 7th with a 3.24 ERA. They have his K prop 6+ at -124 on PrizePicks. They're giving you a 5, and that's at a -233 on the books. And his fantasy scores 30.5. Nerfy is at a -150. I don't have no hitting props in this game. I think this is a super well-pitched game, and it's going to be turned over to 2 other bullpens. If you look at the numbers, Justin Upton does have a good batting average versus Clevinger. He's batting .294 in 19 plate appearances, but all 5 hits are fucking singles. So I'm not trying to bet a guy to just pop one on you all of a sudden. And then on the other side, guys, Manny Machado. I know Manny Machado back. Oh, whoa. Well, I'm starting to think they may have rushed him a little too bit personally. It is what it is, but I just think 1 for 10 since coming back and 5 strikeouts. I know he was off for 10 days, guys, and like my homie Noli says it best, and he got this from the great Vin Scully. You can't play baseball by not playing baseball. Like, it's impossible to hit a fucking baseball while taking 10, 15 days off. He should have went to the fucking IL. He was on the fucking, he didn't play for more than 10 games, and he should have took a little rehab start. So, eventually Machado will wake the fuck up. I'm not trying to guess when. The only one win is Cronenworth, and I may have said some really bad things about you, but you deserved it. And since Machado's been back, you've now had a hit in all but one game. So, if anything, Cronenworth is hot. He bats from the left-handed side, and he sees righties a little better. So, I look towards his way. He has been the hotter Padre, but then again, I think we got two elite pitchers today, and I'm not trying to bump my head up against that. So, shout out to the chat. 31 deep and only 6 likes. I know we had to start a new channel, but smash the fucking like, bruh. That's all I ask. I don't ask for monies. I don't ask for tips. Just ask for a like. So, smash the fucking dislike if you can. It just doesn't register on YouTube. But yeah, that's only for the ones who's hit the down like. But let's talk about this next game, guys. And this is a game where I had a stiffy on, guys, at the end of the day. Mad Max versus Nick Lodolo. Mad Max, guys, and I've preached it 100 times, and I need to learn how to copy links to post into the chat. And shout out to the chat. You guys are deep today. Jay Peasy, big fucking ragu, the motherfucking doc himself. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about, though. A lot to talk about. I'm sure there's other, but those were the freaking first 2 names that popped up. So let's get to it. Max Scherzer, if you haven't already, go to YouTube sometime today when you're bored and watch a 10-minute special on the most psychotic pitcher in baseball. And you're going to get to the reasoning of how Mad Max became Mad Max. If you know Mad Max, he wasn't a fucking ace his whole career. There's a time where he became an ace. And go watch that story. You might shed a tear and understand the psychotics of Mad Max. But it's really good at the end of the day. Just go watch it. So he's the man, the myth, the fucking legend, and he just did some more fucking legend shit. And in the minors, guys, you being a big leaguer, you pay for the spread. You buy dinner for all the minor leaguers. And he went above and fucking beyond, and he didn't fucking have to. The guy spent $7,000 plus on a minor league dinner consisting filet mignon, lobster, and gave every fucking player some AirPods, guys. I'm sure he sponsored and gave them away, but at the end of the day, to be a minor leaguer and get that from a guy like him just shows you what you can be one day. And I respect that type of shit. He's a fucking man amongst men, and this is why I can get into why I will never ever want to back a pitcher coming off the IL. This is a guy where you can, and let's talk about it. He has 5-1 with a 2.54 ERA, 59 Ks in 49 innings. Most times I would say you got to wait and see on a guy coming off the IL. Well, this guy you fucking don't. He called the coach and told him when he was ready. He threw 90 pitches in his last rehab start. That means the guy's ready to go for 100+, and he's going up against the team that he dominated against last year. He played him 2 times, 7 innings, both games, 2 earned runs combined with strikeouts of 7 and 9. Now he gets a team over the last 15 days are walking 27th in the league, 5.2% trash. Striking out 2nd in the league, 27.5% of the time, trash. 226 average, 635 OPS. That is 22nd average, 29th OPS with an ISO of 125. If this was a game to come back to, this was it for Mad Max. Now, is he playing in a fucking bandbox in Cincinnati? Yes. If they square him up, can they fucking take him out? Yes. But if you square up Max, he just gets a little more matter, and there comes a little more velocity. And pissed off Max ain't the worst fucking thing. So at the end of the day, his K-prop last night was 6.5 minus 140. Right now on my book, it's at a minus 157. I needed to drop to that minus 150 before I pull the trigger myself. If your book is giving you minus 150 on it or less, I would pull the trigger personally. He's getting a team not walking, 3% off a league average. They're striking out 5% worse than league average right now, and they're just not seeing the ball or hitting the ball. And this isn't your everyday fucking righty. And I get it. Oh, he's coming off the IL, but this is Mad Max at the end of the day. He wouldn't be coming off if he wasn't ready, and this man is ready. His K-prop is 8+, plus 114. As prize picks, they have it at a straight 7. The 7 is at a minus 157. Fantasy score is at a 37.5. We'll be on that fantasy score, or so I thought, until I went through some other shit and I laughed at it. They have his pitches at 88.5 under over. He just threw 90 in the fucking minors, bro. This is Mad Max. Is it Verlander and Mad Max are two guys that go 100 in their fucking sleep, and 88.5 was just a joke. That's a fucking taco from Sharpie, guys, with a no limit on it, where they limit their tacos for 25. That's a taco right there. This guy's throwing 90 plus pitches today in his fucking sleep. Yeah, thanks for the free gift prize picks. On the other hand, we got Nick Lodolo. And a lot of people were high on him at the beginning of the year, and I wasn't. I was like, fade this fucking kid. Like, he's back in the middle of the pack rotations, and it worked out 2 out of 3 times. You know, he did do well versus the St. Louis team who normally hits lefties. But let's get to it. Nick Lodolo, 1-2 with a 5.52 ERA, and he is the Reds' top pitching prospect. He hasn't pitched since April 24th when he went to the IL with a back strain, and he hasn't returned because of multiple postponements due to different things. So, like this is a guy you need to wait and see on. This guy went to the fucking IL back in April, and it was for a back strain, and then multiple other problems kept them from coming back other than the back. So, like, how well is this kid? I don't know, and I'm not willing to put my money on how well is this kid. But then again, like I said earlier, he is projected to be a middle of the rotation to back end starter. He does have a average fastball and a plus slider. That when I say plus means it's a strikeout pitch. It plays in the big leagues. They're not calling it a plus pitch just to call it a plus pitch. The reason why they have this guy as a middle of the back end is his fastball, guys. It just doesn't have enough jump behind it, and he doesn't hide the ball well. And in this ballpark versus a team who's not really hitting, they are hitting 240 average versus lefties and a 694 OPS. That's 19th and 21st with a middle of the pack ISO. The things that tell me that they can get to a guy like Nick Lodolo is their walk and strikeout percentage. They are walking 9% of the time versus lefties, and they're not striking out 19.7%. So that means they're putting the ball on the play, and it's either bad luck or bad hit balls. But Nick Lodolo doesn't scare me, and this is a Mets team before the last 2 weeks who were hitting lefties quite well, and I got to expect to turn that around. Over the last few weeks, they've seen guys like Framer Valdez, Nestor Cortez, and I mean, they've seen some pretty decent lefties, and I'm not going to put Nick Lodolo in that fucking class. So his K prop is at 5+ at minus 132. They're giving you a 4.5 on price picks, and they're not giving you his fantasy score. They normally won't give you a guy's fantasy score coming off the IL, but they will give you Mad Max's fantasy score. But yet they put his pitch count at 88.5. You try to take Max out in 88.5 pitches while he's humming along. I don't think so, bruh. I don't think so. And especially with how bad their bullpen has been over the last 30 days. 23rd in the league with a 4.19 ERA. Compared to the Reds pin 30th in the league with a 7.64. Straight fucking trash. So I expect them to get to Lodolo, and I expect this Reds pin to be the Reds pin. No run first inning is at a minus 115. The one guy I am going to bet, I split them up. So if you haven't smashed the like already, smash it, because I just gave you a free fucking taco that's going to cash. And I'm going to give you Eduardo Escobar on a 4-game hit streak. This guy fucking smashes lefties. At the end of the day, average goes up 90 points from 201 to 290. His slugging goes from a 335 to a 556, and his OPS goes from a 600 to a 900. You're going to give me a middle to the back end rotation kid who's only started in the big league 3 fucking games? Yeah, bro, this guy can hit some lefties, and we're in a ballpark where doubles are home runs, and this guy fucking is on a fucking tear. I'm taking his hits, runs, RBIs 2+ at minus 139, and I'm gonna split it with his 2+ bases at plus 110. He would be a guy I would look to ladder today. If you're looking at a ladder type, his 2+ bases, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy may get a motherfucking cycle today, guys. This bullpen is trash, and he hits lefties fucking tremendously. So this should be a really good spot for Eduardo Escobar, in my opinion. Shout out to the chat. We're getting live now. I see you, Cheshire Cat. The fucking crew is in the building. Jay Peasy, what's y'all on today? Ragu, I have 2K prop. Sharpster, Syndergaard over 4.5 plus 115. And Greinke over 3.5 plus 115. Greinke versus the old team, I believe it is, isn't it? Syndergaard's been fucking on lately, and maybe he has figured something out. Those are two guys I personally haven't looked up. I've been ass lately, so I got to keep to my big guns. And, yeah, I don't hate it, but Alcantara plus 5.5 Ks, what's that? Minus 900 fucking mils? I know it's 7 plus is minus money, so I know 6 has got to be minus 2 to 300. So yeah, Eduardo Escobar. At the end of the day, and we're going to talk about prize picks. At the end of the day, I'm coming off of a bad day, and I'm only going to give you guys 2 prize picks because these are 2 prize picks I'm pretty sure are going to fucking cash. So I'm not trying to go balls deep and give you 3 or 4. I'll do that once I get the fucking momentum going. Because if you missed it earlier, I did something like this. And maybe another one like this. And maybe I got a little fight with myself because last night, bro, this shit hurt, bro. Yesterday hurt, bro. The 4th of July was not fucking fun. I did enjoy some fireworks with some family and friends, but other than that, if it wasn't for tennis this morning, I would have probably had to deposit back into my fucking account. So, hey, thank God for Djokovic going down 2 sets and let me get in on the action. So let's talk about some more action. I do have a K prop in this game, and let's get to it. Jameson Taillon at Jose Quintana. Jameson Taillon, 9-1 with a 3.22 ERA in 15 games. Going back to the place where he was drafted, number 2 overall by the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 2010 draft. And he wasn't that good for the Pirates. And guess what? There's a lot of people that weren't that good for the Pirates. But when they leave Pittsburgh, they become fucking animals. And that's what he has been. He's 9-1 with a 3.22 ERA. At the end of the day, that is some beast shit for pitching in Yankee Stadium. He's a legit number 2 on any team in the league this year, and he's the number 3 for the Yankees. So at first I thought, oh, what are you doing signing Jameson Taillon? And then at the end of the day, they figured out some shit with Jameson Taillon. And what did they figure out? Well, we know he's a 5-pitch pitcher. And the only thing he's doing different this year, guys, is he's not being more reliant on certain pitches. He throws all other 4 pitches almost as equal as he does his other breaking balls. So you don't know what you're going to get in certain counts now. When he used to be super predictable, now it's fastball 35% of the time and everything else from 10 to 13%. You're not knowing what he's throwing. He is mixing shit up very well this year. So hats off to the Yankees and hats off to Taillon. I mean, they've seen what he had. And the dude is finally fucking becoming what he should be. And that's a legit front end of the rotation type guy. Taking the Pirates, guys, this is a weird team. They are a bunch of switch hitters, and they will run up to 8 left-handed bats versus a right-handed pitcher. So when I break in the numbers versus lefties, he does give up the same average, 250 to 260 righties. And you've got to understand that. So there you go. Average is the same. So let's get in the case per 9. Well, versus lefties, he's averaging 1 strikeout per inning. While versus righties, he's only averaging 6.3 strikeouts per 9 innings. And you're going to load this team up with all lefties? That's a big favor in Taillon strikeouts percentage. Strikeout. So there goes a tick to him right there. Then we're going to get into how this team is doing. And they are crushing the ball for power. Other than that, they're walking 8.5% of the time, right around league average. They're striking out right around league average, 22.5% of the time. 234 average, which is 18th in the league. And they are top 10 OPS with a 761 and an ISO of 225. So a lot of those are versus mediocre pitchers. If you go back through the last 15 days, you got to see who they lit up and who they haven't lit up. So Taillon is not a mediocre pitcher. They have his K prop at 6 plus at plus 125. It's at 5 on prize picks at a minus 130. And his fantasy scores at 34.5. I bet him over 4.5, guys, at minus 130. I think this is a nice spot for Tyon returning home. I think he goes 6+ innings and 5 strikeouts. He should average a strikeout per inning, and this guy should be out there at least 6 innings. Then we're going to talk about the other side, which is fucking not Mortal Kombat, but damn near close, guys. Jose Quintana, guys. Fuck. 1-4 with a 3.43 ERA in 15 games this year. He's only allowed more than 3 earned runs 2 times, and he's only allowed 3 earned runs 2 times. So 11 fucking out of 15 games this year, he's given up 2 earned runs or less. Now, if you would have told me this at the beginning of the year, I would have bet you my house and maybe a couple of my children that this shit wouldn't have fucking happened. Like, I took into this year betting not to just go out fading pitchers. Last year, that was kind of fucking hurtful to me looking back at my ROI and looking back on certain games, is not to fade people because they are MLB pitchers other than guys like Arrieta and Keuchel. You fade the fuck out of them when you can, and you take advantage of it. But I don't just look to fade any regular MLB pitcher. And Quintana's just he's a solid number 3 to a number 2 right now on any fucking team. And what's changed? Well, last year he walked 25 people in his first 26 people in his first 33 innings. This guy threw 30% strikes, 70% balls. This year he's only walked 25 in his first 76 innings. There you fucking go. And at first I thought, well, this is a fluke. I watched a couple of his games versus the Dodgers, and this guy is painting the fucking corners, guys. He's not just fucking getting lucky. This guy has been good this year. So let's talk about it then. Whew! He has not faced the Yankees since 2017, and if you go back to 2017, that guy was cash fucking money, guys. There was a time when Quintana was fucking bet the fuck on. He's now getting a team that's walking 12% of the time. Excuse me. 12% of the time over the last 200 plate appearances versus lefties, and that's 3rd in the league. They are striking out 24.2% of the time, 13th in the league, with a 206 average, 26 and a 774 OPS, 10th in the league. ISO of a 253. So, numbers are like lawyers. I say this shit all the time. They don't necessarily mean everything. They just don't necessarily tell you the truth. So, it's our fucking fact to see if they're lying or telling the truth, guys. And these numbers, in a way, are lying in their average, okay? Who have the Yankees faced over their last fucking 3 weeks? That's a lefty. Shane McClanahan fucking twice, the best lefty in baseball right now. And Framer Valdez, who after the first inning put his fucking dick out and went to town on that team. So, once again, he's gone up against some elite type pitching. And Jose Quintana has not been on their level, but right underneath it. So, I've got to expect him to go out and have a good game, even though the numbers say that he probably can get pounded and these guys are hitting for power. I wouldn't be surprised if Quintana goes out and deals, guys. His K-prop is 5+ minus 132. It's at a 4 at minus 152, and his fantasy score is at 19.5. If I had the balls, I'd play that 4 at minus 152. I've been kind of bad lately, so I can't be jumping on all different types of spots, but I think Quintana's out there for 5 innings. If he's not out there for 5 innings, it's because they rack him, and then he'll rack up his strikeouts just by getting beat up. And this guy should get more strikeouts. So don't hate it if you're on it. No run first inning is at a minus 115. Bullpen-wise, big drastic difference, guys. The Yankees are first over the last 30 days with a 2.15, and the Pirates pin are 28th in the league with a 5.49. The Yankees' Holmes is in the goddamn Cy Young talks right now. When you pull up ESPN Cy Young, they've got Holmes ranked number 2, and he's a fucking reliever. So that guy's legit. If he comes into the game, he is shutting it down, and I expect it to go Tyon to the better relievers. And even though Quintana's been good, it's what's going to happen after Quintana's out, guys. These Pirates have been puking up every fucking thing. I don't have no hitting props in this game that I'm on personally, but Quintana does right-handers hit him better than lefties. At the end of the day, righties are hitting 215 compared to lefties hitting 213, and all of his home runs are versus right-handed hitters. No lefties have hit a home run off of him this year. So if you're looking at someone to pop him today on the Yankees, you can't go wrong with Judge. You can't go wrong with Stanton. Carpenter has really shitty fucking numbers off of him, so take that in mind. And, I mean, you got to look for value. You're not going to get value on those two guys right there. So if you're going to take them, bump them up to the 6+ bases. They have a shitty bullpen. If they get Quintana, they should get the rest on the bullpen. They are the away team. They will have all 9 at bats. And yeah, the one Pirate guy I got to talk about, O'Neal Cruz. If you fucking don't know who O'Neal Cruz is, I'm gonna tell you a little story about him. O'Neal Cruz is a goddamn animal. He was a Dodger. We traded O'Neal Cruz for Tony Gonsolin. He is a 6'7" shortstop who's been in the league for 3 weeks, and he already has the fastest ball thrown in the infield by any infielder. He threw a ball 98 miles per hour in the infield. Picked the ball up on a backhand off the ground, threw it 98 miles per hour across the diamond. So he throws harder than Max Scherzer, and he's faster than Tyreek Hill in the NFL. The cheetah. At the end of this day, this guy is a 5-star fucking talent. He is a switch hitter, and he hits better from the lefty side. If you're looking to play a Pirate, stolen base with this guy, a double, any type of props you want to run, he's more than liable to do it. He's already got 3 home runs in his first 52 at-bats, 1 stolen base. This guy is hitting, and he's got a vicious swing, and he's fast. So any type of fucking ladder type plays with him is always going to be fun, especially once he gets his feet wet and starts seeing major league hitting. This guy's going to be fun to watch, guys. O'Neal fucking Cruz. It's your time to shine so the Dodgers can go buy you back once you become the man. So shout out to the fucking chat. Smash the like if you already haven't. 50 deep on a Taco Tuesday. 31 likes. Y'all know the fucking drill. I see you getting deep up in here. Okay, the crew's alive. Woo! Like Ric Flair once said. Last game of the day. Blue Jays versus the A's. And God, the Blue Jays fucking whacked me. And yeah. So if you guys do want to support, go buy me a coffee. It's not really a coffee. It's a beer, guys. At the end of the day, once you click on it, they're $5 for a beer. And it all goes towards the next fucking festival, party, get-together, whatever you want to fucking call it, because it's a fucking hoot. And we're going to Atlantic City, guys. And Slaughter's only asking, I know it may look for a lot when you guys see it, but you guys know, if you don't know our boss, he's going to fund double fucking that. Like, at the end of the fucking day, we are going to have a blast. And donations, send them on over there, guys. And buy me a coffee. And I appreciate it if you do. And if you don't, just smash the like. I appreciate that just as fucking much. Last game of the day, though, we got the fucking Cucinator versus Adrian Martinez. Blue Jays and A's. Kikuchi is 3-4 with a 4.7 ERA in 15 games, 74 Ks in 62 innings. He has a whip of 1.52, just fucking disgusting. April, 5.5 ERA. May, he had a 2.36. In June, he has a 7+. He is coming off of his best start and his only quality start in his last 8 games. And that was versus a team he's done really well in the past against. And I did talk about that last time, where this could be a spot for Kikuchi versus the Rays because he's pitched well versus them, but I'm not trying to bet on spots versus a guy who's just been fucking bent over, spreading his own cheeks, saying, here's the Vaseline, and don't pay me. Like, Kikuchi was just giving up everything and just looking terrible. And what's crazy is he has one of the best fastballs from a left-handed pitcher. I believe the league's only hitting 148 off of his fastball. It's just he can't fucking throw it for a strike when he wants to, guys. At the end of the day, the guy has fucking mechanical problems, and if he gets in his head, it can be the end of the day. The only good thing coming into this is he did pitch in this league, and he has pitched versus the Oakland A's, and he's pitched very well versus them 2 out of 3 games. He had 2 quality starts, and in the 3rd game, the walks got to him. 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs with 4 walks and only 3 strikeouts. The first games, 2 games where he had quality starts, he had 3 strikeouts and 12 strikeouts. So this guy has it in him to pitch well versus this team. I would not be surprised if he goes out and deals. The numbers say he should. They're walking 5.6% of the time, 28th in the league. They are striking out middle of the pack, 21.6%, with a 24th average and 30th OPS, 214 average and a 566 OPS. Almost puked saying 30th OPS. They are the worst hitting team in fucking baseball, guys. It is sad. And Whew, my stomach got all gurgly burgly right there. Their ISO is a disgusting 0.84. And if I had the balls, I'd look at Kikuchi. It's minus 143 for 6 plus on price picks. They have him at a 5 at minus 167. And his fantasy score is 27.5. This is a spot where Kikuchi could just fucking roll. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if Kikuchi just goes out and does what he's done over the last month and a half of baseball, guys. And I can't trust a guy like that. But the numbers are there, and the history is there for him to go out and deal. On the other hand, Adrian Martinez. We talked about this kid last week. We're going to talk about him real quick again. 1-1 with the 6.3 ERA. This will be his third ever MLB start. And we talked last week, and I said he was going to get smacked by Seattle. And Seattle's numbers aren't that good versus righties over the last few weeks. But one thing I do know, and I've noted in my notebooks, guys, with Seattle is I look at them as a minor league hitting team. I know, whoa, they're major league players. Yes, they are, but they're a lot of young kids who made their stripes in the minors already, and now they got to learn how to hit major league hitting. So when I say minor league team, I mean they rope minor league pitchers, and Adrian Martinez has a 4.5 career minor league ERA, and this was his second MLB start last week, and I was like, oh, this is fucking cakewalk for Seattle. They're going to crush him, and they fucking crushed him. At the end of the day, they waxed him. So 4.2 innings, 7 hits, 7 earned runs with 2 walks and only 3 strikeouts. He's undrafted out of Baja, California, signed by the Padres. He does have a good fastball, 92 to 96, with a nice horizontal movement. It does have some movement. He wasn't getting some calls that he should have gotten in Seattle. And, you know, you're not going to get that at times when you're wild and you're getting hit. He has a plus changeup. This changeup is nasty. 83 with nasty downward movement. That is a strikeout pitch, guys. He only averages a little under a strikeout per inning. And this is a game where I think he gets a strikeout prop, but then again, he's going to get the dog shit hit out of him while getting the strikeout prop. So do you want to be involved with the volatility of that? That's on you. That's on you. It's at 4 plus at plus 110, 3.5 on price picks, and they're not offering you his fantasy score. He does have a slider. He doesn't trust it enough, but he is a 3-pitch pitcher with a good fastball, a plus changeup, and a decent slider. He does control all 3 pitches to all quadrants, and he rarely will hang a pitch over the center of the plate. But that rarely, when you do, this is a Blue Jays team that is going to fucking hurt you, Mr. Martinez. They are going to hurt you. They are walking at 9.5%, sixth in the league. 20.7 strikeout, 20th in the league. Both fucking great right there, guys. Top 3 average OPS, 278 average. Second OPS with a 214 ISO. They are top 10 in strikeout percentage, top 5 in walk percentage, top 3 in average OPS. God damn, this does not look like this is going to be a good day for Mr. Martinez, guys. And he's going to have to get his feet wet. It's just this ain't the right time. And I think he gets the dog shit kicked out of him. Now, why is the line at a minus 170? Because, guys, they don't know what the fuck Kikuchi's going to do. And then, once again, these bullpens. Oh, my God. Just can you pick which one's worse? I would say the Blue Jays, even though the A's are worse, because the Blue Jays have the better names. You guys are spending way more fucking money than what the fucking A's are spending. And let's get to it. They're both 26th and 27th over the last 30 days. Jays with a 4.82 and the A's with a 4.99. No run first inning is at a minus 130. And I'm going to split my prop bet up on this game. And you already know I'm going to the roly-poly. Alejandro Kirk, guys. They're not even offering them us on price picks, and they're being douchebags. That was one guy I did want. He's batting 4th for a reason on this team. He is legit backup to Vladimir Guerrero. And I'd be looking at any type of hitting parlays, guys, with running Blue Jays to the max. You want to run 7, 8 Blue Jays to get hits today? I expect them to. So Alejandro Kirk, 2+ hits, runs, RBIs is at a minus 154. I'm going to split that with 2+ bases at plus 118. This guy is a man-child. And, yeah, I expect base runners on, and I expect this guy to keep hitting. He hits lefties and righties the same. He is top 10 in all hitting categories in MLB right now. This guy is a man-child. He's behind guys like Aaron Judge and big fucking quality names that you want to go bet on. Well, Alejandro Kirk is right up there, guys. So stop sleeping on the roly-poly. That 5'6" midget. He's got some pop. He's got some speed, and he's got a really good fucking zone and control of his little ass box. So shout out to the chat, guys. You guys fucking rock. It's Taco Tuesday. Smash the like if you haven't, and let's talk about some prize picks. Prize picks, we're only going to do 2 today, guys. They weren't offering me a lot of the stuff I like, and I'm not going to give out stuff that I'm not going to bet. At first, I thought I wanted Max Scherzer's freaking fantasy score, but then I seen his pitches. 88.5? This man just threw 90 in his rehab start to come here 5 days ago. Are you fucking shitting me? Do you not know who Mad Max is? And they're not going to baby Mad Max. At the end of the day, if Mad Max wasn't ready, he wouldn't be ready. And Adrian Martinez, I told you just with the breakdown on this last game, I think he's in for a long day today. 3 games in the MLB. This is his 3rd game. And this is a Jays team that's walking top 10, striking out bottom 10, and top 3 average OPS. This today, Mr. Martinez, I'm sorry, bud, but you're going to get baptized by the Toronto Blue Jays. So shout out to the fucking chat. If you already haven't, smash the like on the way out. Go on over to Prize Picks. Use promo code PUBSPORTS. Why? Your first match deposit up to $100. They got you. So do us a favor, do you a favor, and use that promo code PUBSPORTS. And until next time, we need to get back on track. It is Tuesday. So I'm going to meditate. I'm going to get blitzed. And today is going to fucking go the way it should go. So have a blessed day. And until tomorrow, let's eat.